We're doing a price adjustment to get ready for the new stuff. So we're going to be adjusting our prices. Also, too, I got some updates I had to do on the website under our Black Series Edition LLC. So let me see. I want to go to what page are we going to the front? Here we go. Just got cursed out in my other site. Received a bunch of curse words from the individual. He's mad and angry. I don't know why. Well, we know why you're mad and angry, but you do this to yourself. Tell you to make a dummy shopping cart and have products that don't exist, and then lying on application document forms. You bring that to yourself at the end of the day. So you're being honest. Let me go over to let me see. I need to change out one of the intro pages. Which intro page is for this? It's for collection. That's the buy thing. Is that the intro for the front? No, that's for the what's this one for? There we go. This one I need to change out. But yeah, got angry at me because you got exposed. Curse me out. It's not going to bother me at the end of the day. You don't do dirty stuff, man. That's what you don't do. Yeah, people like that I find real interesting, that they'll do dirty stuff, get caught, and blame other people because they got caught. Let me see. I need to remove this one. That's what to do. All right, that should be already updated. What else we have on here? We do a price adjustment because we have the new stuff coming out, and I have to get ready for that. And some stuff I'm going to be removing off the site because, like I said, I want to keep everything down to we're not selling a lot of stuff. I want to keep it where we have to make it simple, pretty much. That's what I'm doing. I get tired of this guy. Everybody, I'm tired of him. I mean, don't get me wrong, people. Unfortunately, this is what we got to go through, but you're going to be exposed. If you do dirty stuff, if I do dirty stuff, if I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, then yeah, everybody has the right to expose me if I'm doing dirty stuff. But, stuff this guy does is freaking crazy. So yeah, I have to go through proper channels to report this individual. So his website is noted. It's stated that he does some really dirty stuff. You're falsified perjury on a very sensitive document. Can't do business that way. Okay, let me see. This is done right. Should have been updated for that one. I got to go fix the cell phone. The cell phone app is freaking bonkers in there. So I found out there's something in here, a program to kind of speed things up on the site a little faster because we have a lot of animation going on, and the cell phone is crazy as on the word. So I got to take the time to go in there and see what has to be done in the cell phone section of all of this. Let's see. So as I said before, I got a major company already. I already got a major. Matter of fact, we had them for a while. We've had them for a while. I just never went in and executed on sending them the product. Because the time was the screen paint. I was looking at all the stuff we had to go through with screen paints and all the testing and all that stuff. It's just so much harder to do. A physical projection screen, so much easier to do. So much easier to do. Especially if you're transporting this thing back and forth overseas. So we can't tell them that, hey, look, you can't ship this thing overseas because because the screen makes it so much easier. As a matter of fact, I have to send them more information on the product. So that makes it so much easier. So we're already set up for that. And I gotta see how that's gonna go. It's not gonna be. It might not be available. We might not have that. We'll have, probably turn the page into an information page, but I doubt we're gonna have that available on our website. You can buy from us. You're probably to buy it directly from them. Let me go in and get this right here. Let me see. How come we don't have this information? We should have this information. Sign up. See, light boxes, site menus. I want to go into our blot shop. But for everybody else, for anybody else who basically has that product or any customer, it's put a black eye on his own product by doing shady dealings. That's what he did. Can I download that? I wonder. I had to go in there. I'm going to change out my videos. Can I download that? Let me see. Let me go to my Facebook page. Anyone comes into a forum site, anywhere on YouTube, if you have his products, you know what the products are about now. We got shady products. Oh, let's see. A good standing name behind that. We need Facebook. Oh, we're right here. What the heck? Yeah. Supposed to have pictures that look like this on your products. Fully lit environments, $60 projectors, 150-inch screens displays outside. This is the pictures you're supposed to display. And people want to get what they paid for. Customers that can do the exact same thing your product can do. Customers sitting in the dark because your screens only react in the dark. That's it. And guess what? It reacts in the dark. House paint does the exact same thing. No difference. When we get the hybrid's the only thing I haven't ordered. I'm buying it. I'm also going to buy that other product too. That other product. We're curious to see what that stuff is. And the fake shopping cart. I'm going to buy both of them and get them down here. There's a guy right there playing and testing out our gunmetal technology. Oh, I'm on a wrong site. I'm on a different one. I told we got several sites. Let me go to my other site. This is my other one. Let's go to my accounts profiles. Let's see which one I'm gonna pull up. Woo! Numbers hitting high on this one over here. It's Chrysalis page. We have more information there than any other page. It's popping off in here. See that display right there? Do 150 inches outside. Again, you don't do the kind of demonstrations we do. Yeah, we put the post up right there on the dummy shopping cart. We put a warning. This actually video, I have it saved to my phone now. I can upload this into multiple areas, which we are. We're putting this on ABS forums, every place to warn people about these dummy shopping carts. That shopping cart should have never been. See? It's got scam written all over it. Yeah, it's a scam cart. The only people who don't acknowledge that being a scam cart are his supporters. And it's a shame because they get scammed in the process supporting the scammer. But everybody else who saw that video, oh yeah, it's a scammer. No, there's no information on it. That's like you going into a store on a wish list and you see a PS5 up there going for like $150. You go, It has no information on it. You go to check out how many people are reviewed for this product. There's nothing on it. Anyone has ever bought for it? Not a thing. Nothing at all. Period. Where are we? I need the other ones. I like these. They put these in now, so you can basically just decide how you want your pictures to display. Can't cut corners. Cutting corners ain't gonna go well. I didn't when he was in there ranting and carrying on. I didn't acknowledge him. I didn't go in and type anything back to him. I didn't say nothing to him. I just posted what had to be posted, and that was it. He called himself trying to have the same product. He couldn't even spell the name right. He spelled the name after Alpha, the name of the vehicle. Got that wrong. Now, I'm finished. I got all my phone calls taken care of. I contacted all the agencies. I submitted all the information needed to be submitted. That's all done. Everything's being documented. There is a task force that is coming in for his website to basically put it under an investigation. And then once we get the heavier documents that we're waiting for right now are the ones coming back from the post office. That's the mail fraud division. When they come back, those are the heavy ones. Those are the heavy documents. We submit those anywhere, it's automatically shut down on everything. Automatic investigation. And we have the evidence. We have the proof. I had a lawyer look over everything before I actually submit it because I don't want to get in any trouble for over jumping and not having enough information. I took it all to an attorney, sat there and laughed and said, is he slow? Go file your paperwork. You got it all here. And that's what I just did. So it's done. Post office will be receiving those documents. I don't know how long, but they'll be receiving them. And then once I get back for more information, which we have all that, we'll submit the rest of our information. We finalize, we get our account number or document we have, and then we'll take that document that we have showing he's under investigation for post office fraud. We'll submit that to PayPal. We'll submit that to Wix. We'll submit that to every social media, whatever we got to do at the end of the day to show that this guy is basically committing fraud on so many levels. And on top of that, this will come up in court. That's why I said you don't do dumb stuff like that. All he had to do was just give me back my money. That's all he had to do. If you don't want to commit mail fraud, then just give me back my money. You did it like 19 times. What's 20? But nope. Let me see. Oh, yes, that is the 250. Huh. You have very dirty business. It's not clean at all. Let's see, or outside. These are outside images on a 1,000 lumen projector. Trying to figure out where the other one's at. Oh, yeah, showing the difference between our product and a white screen. Now, I got plans already set up. I'm branching out to bigger companies. Bit by bit by bit, you're going to see less of my products on my website. And you're going to see just an information page because that's the route, that's the direction I'm going for now. I'm going to basically start removing our products off our site and branching them out to bigger companies to sell the products. And then you won't be dealing with us. You'll deal with them. And then that's how I'm going to do it. So that new FLE technology, that will never hit one of our websites. That'll be branched out to another company. We had another company already interested in that technology. And once we put that technology into the high performance screens, the big dogs, the ones that give us weight, yeah, that's pretty much it. But I want to make them an exclusive dealership for us. So that means not everybody will be to get that. Any dealership, you will not be to get that. It's who we choose will be the select dealership for that particular technology only. And I got 3 of them already that I'm thinking about. Actually, 3 of them. There's 3 of them that I'm actually looking at right now. But the rest of them, they can't get it. You have to go through those companies to get it. Let me see. Where is that at there? Stop this. Oh, I gave him a like on that one. Yeah. That's my picture demonstrations right there. Always with the lights on. So my internet amped up. Yeah, no, it's a big page. You have no idea. I got stuff dating on here since the beginning of Crystal Edge. All right, I'm looking for particular ones. So I told you that anytime when we develop something, if they take an interest in it, they're terrified of it. They're absolutely terrified of it. So anytime we develop any kind of new product, this person comes on and starts ranting about it because they're terrified of it. That's what it is. Terrified and jealous because they can't do it. For your product trying to compete with us, you have no tests. Can you put it this way? If our tests are so easy, complete 6 of them. Complete 6 of our tests on your products. Can't. Can't put it in a fully lit environment. It'll wash out. Can't put it on low entry level projectors because you need high end to make the screen work. Can't pull contrast. That's not going to pick up, and you definitely can't read color. So what we'll do is, let's see, what products do I want actually? Well, that new stuff, whatever that stuff is, we know what that is. I'm curious if that stuff is. We'll bring it down here. Mind you, the technology we have can knock out a gunmetal screen. So if your stuff is dark gray, it's going to get white. So let's see. We'll pick up. I don't want the Cinemax because we it's house paint. I mean, I'm not wasting $50 on something I can just buy $10 worth of paint at Home Depot. That's a waste of my money. Let's see. We'll go with the Hybrant and that other product in there. That's it. Notice he said dark. He said gunmetal. He never mentioned black. You know why? Because Jamie can't make black paint. We saw that when we told him, gave him permission to make our product. He can't make it. He literally put silver and water into. I told you can't make black paint. You can't, and that's what you need for the technology today. You have to have a black screen. You can't make it. That's why everything he has is gunmetal. You can't make black paint. We're gonna get that gunmetal down here. It better be gunmetal when it get down here. I'm gonna put it against gunmetal. Matter of fact, I got diamond coming down here pretty soon. We're ordering for diamond. We're ordering for elite screens. The top certified screens. You see me save them. I'm gonna go down and get their sample sheets. I will put your product against these certified screens. Diamond's going to crush your stuff. That's a good screen. That's a really good screen. Diamond's gonna crush his stuff. So on the other hand, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not saying anything on that because I'm not trying to get myself in any trouble. I'm not just saying putting bragging out on it. Just leave it the way it is, but do this side-by-side demonstration. See, Jamie, here's the thing. The product that you call competing with what I have in that can over there, where's your test? That screen's going to be dropped at 800 lumens, at 1,000 lumens. It's going to be pulled at full distances. It's going to go against top certified projection screens like all our other products. It's going to go through the test. None of your stuff is tested. You couldn't pass one of my tests, but we'll see if you can when we get your product down here. And you can't cancel the order because I have a friend buying the product for us, so you won't know who and when and where it's coming from, but it's coming. Your product's going to be here. And then I'm curious because I've been dying to see if the Hybrant mix will go against Network Grade 773 because I'm pretty sure that stuff would match. And we're going to find out. Especially that PPG. Oh, the Amazon Slip Silver. Who never did that demonstration. I'm going to do it for you. I'm definitely going to do that for you. Now you can get scared. Now you can really get nervous and get scared. So now he's going to be terrified. He's going to be terrified because he's trying to figure out who is buying the product. You won't be able to figure out who, and you won't know when. It could be tomorrow. It could be a month from now. It could be a week from now. You won't know. But we're going to get it down here. The Hybrant's the only one I haven't had my hands on yet. And we're going to buy that other mix. That stuff he says is supposed to be legit or whatever it is. We'll see when we get it down here. All right, still looking. It's a lot of demonstrations, ain't it? Customer demonstrations. This is on our gunmetal crystal edge technology. Oh, perfect. I'm going to put your gunmetal against my gunmetal. You claim you have gunmetal, right? So I'm going to put you against the crystal edge gunmetal. Mind that stuff can take out a knock. It can knock out a certified easy. But we're going to put you against that. Mind you'll be in a fully lit environment. We'll test you on white levels, all that good stuff. All right, where are we at here? Keep going. Oh, man. Oh, that's when I painted the ceiling. The Van Gogh. Go right there, floor projection. It's got to be somewhere. Oh, that's the Pac-Man floor. TV technology. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's my motorized projection screen right there. Fully lit environment. It's a 12 outside motorized projection screen. Now I want three of them. I want three. I don't want two. It's $50. It's cheap. Let's see. Oh, we had the personal mix already. We had the Cinemax. We had the Frankenstein. We had the UV mix. Metallica 2.0, you can make that for free. Literally shows you how to do it. Don't need that. Yeah, the only two we have is the hybrid, and it would be that other stuff he made, that crow car paint. Sorry, it's car paint. It's the name of a car. That's it. There's only two. So I guess well, that's it. Enjoy the $100. I love this. It's the best inflatable screen I've ever purchased. I want to get another one. This is actually a really good inflatable screen. Love it. Doesn't have the Velcro. The Velcro on inflatable screens sucks. I hate it so much because you have to get it right all the way around. If not, you get these ripple lines right in the middle of the screen. With this, with the clips, perfect. Oh, too, on top of that, you can't paint acrylic paints on inflatable screens because they have a kind of a PVC coating. And the thing about it is when you're painting PVC, especially if it's a soft PVC, most people, what they'll do is if they don't have the screen stationary, they'll make it portable and they'll fold it up. And what's going to happen is when you fold up this screen with that kind of acrylic coating attached to it, is that the screen is going to stick. It's going to rip and it's going to tear the screen. But what happens is even after you paint the screen on that PVC material, there's still moisture in the screen. This is why when you buy a motorized fixed frame screen and it has that kind of a tissue paper in between, because there's still water coming out from the screen from when they coated it. So that's the problem you have here. That's why inflatable screens are extremely hard screens to paint because they are very temperamental. You take this screen, you coat this with an acrylic, there's two things are going to happen. It's going to crack, it's going to peel, and if you fold that thing up, it's going to stick. You're going to have to line paper in between the screens. So when you fold it over, that's going to be hard. You have to roll it up. You're literally going to have to roll it up. Can't fold it in half because you're going to get crack marks. It's going to cause the screen to crack up. But yeah, you're going to have to roll it up and put some paper in between, some tissue paper, every single time. We developed a coating that doesn't require that. But you can paint it on, what do you call it? Inflatable screens. It's still going. Still haven't hit it yet. I remember this game right here. That's what I'm doing here. I'm doing my whole floor in here with a screen. I wanted to do it in the other place, but again, yeah. Another question. I did a video when I first came here and told people what my decision, why I came here. We knew Jamie was going to come up sooner or later and just rant and carry on about this because, again, he's a child. We have to acknowledge him as being a child. But I made that video way back when I first came here. And as I told you, as I sat there in the park with $3,000 sitting in my account, I could have went back to the apartment and I could have just continued to pay rent there at a place that I hated. I hated the apartment so much. You would never know how much I hated that place. I'd rather be in prison than be in that apartment. I hated it. It was big. It was nice. A lot of room. But I hated it. You know why? Because I lived in all houses. You live in a house, things are a little different. Those are houses you understand. There's nobody over top of you. There's no one underneath of you. And if you've been in a detached, there's no one on either side of you either. But even if you have somebody living next to you, you can still go into your house and you don't hear anybody in there but you. That's it. And that's what I didn't like about the apartment. The minute I walk out the door, I'm in a hallway with a bunch of people moving back and forth. Didn't like that at all, period. And then, like I said, having people living over top of you, especially if they got kids. Gee whiz, Louise. The constant noise all the time. I had to have a system running in every single room. Even the kitchen and bathroom had speaker systems in there because I constantly had to play music all night and all day because of the constant stomping and jumping and carrying on. And it's funny because I look at other videos of other people who went through the same thing I went through, and I go, I feel with you 100% because that is absolutely to deal with. It's a headache, freaking headache. Those you living in apartments, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. A guy underneath me been there for 4 years. I don't know how you could do that at all, period. And then renting houses, yeah, I rented a couple of houses, a couple of big houses in the day. Houses for just me and the cat at the end of the day, yeah, 1,600 square feet, 2,000 square feet homes, and it's just me and the cat living in there. Found out I'm just paying all this money out for nothing. Watching these tiny homes at the end of the day, that's actually, I love it. I love it at the end of the day to live in this little small square space. I'm happy with that. When I first came here, the first thing I heard was rain on the roof. Sat there with a smile on my face. Absolute quiet. You hear this? Do you hear that? I haven't heard that in 8 months. 8 freaking months. Do you hear that quietness? That's what I'm talking about. That peace of mind, people, at the end of the day. Nothing at all. For 8 months, all I heard was noise, 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 noise. For 8 freaking months. Couldn't go to the bathroom? Noise. Couldn't go to the kitchen to make food? Noise. Stop, stop, stop all day long with those kids. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Quietness. It's worth $1 million. It's worth more money in the world. You have no idea. Should have did this. When I came down here, I should have went to a garage or something. A house I didn't want to do because I paid out so much money when I had houses. Oh my goodness, I paid so much money out for houses. And it's just me, a cat, and my ex was in there in these big homes, and I'm shelling out 90% of the payments on these places. Places weren't cheap, they were very expensive. This right here, I freaking love it more than anything in the world. You can't shame me in this place, you can't. I freaking chose to come here. I sat there in that park with $3,000 in my account. I have $1,400 transferred to my account. I'm looking at this like, okay, I gotta make a decision here. I can go back to a place that I hate. It's causing me depression. It's causing me anger issues. When I go to my mother's house and I sit down with my family, they can see the stress on my face that I hate the place that I'm at. I'm not happy. I'm miserable. I'm depressed. I'd rather be out on the street than live in that place. I hated the noise. I hated it all. Hard for me to do demonstrations because I got to hear stomping and carrying on, people screaming in the hallway and all this other nonsense. Hated it so much. Now I could go back and give these people $14.25 of my money, or I can go and see what this place has right here. And that's what I did. I walked in the other direction. I came here, met up with the fellow who has the place, talked with him, looked around at the place and said, I can reconstruct this. I can build this into something because I had those skills. I've done this before. I've walked into homes and turned entire areas into different environments because, again, my father gave me those skills. Plumbing, electricity, carpentry, I do all that stuff. So for me, it's like, interesting, but can I get the permission to do it? And I talked to the owner, he goes, do whatever you want. And I'm like, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, we're gonna hook it up. And there we go. And I'm freaking loving it. To be able to work with my own hands and to build something nice out here. And keep in mind, what I pay here ain't jack compared to what I was paying in the other places. Ain't jack. I got no expenses at all, period. Freaking loving it. How do you keep a garage warm and insulated? You know those silver shields that they make? Everything, you can get anything off Amazon. I got the entire place coated in those silver insulated panels, all that. Got a guy coming in a couple weeks to do the drywalling, putting in condensed lighting into the ceiling. My screen size I'm having here, I just decided on it's 142 inch, 235.1. My projector, I'm going to be mounting it right to the ceiling. Nothing's going to be on the floor. Yeah, I freaking love it so much. You have no idea. I'm happy. Go back to my mother's house. I go sit down with them. They see me. I got a big grin on my face. I'm smiling. I'm happy. See, you got to, these people at the end of the day, they want to sit there and go, oh, he was pushed and he had no choice. No, I wasn't pushed in. I made a decision to come here. That's what I did. And I'm going to make a decision when I move from here, and I'm fixing this place up for the guy, which is something nice because he wants to turn it into a nail salon when he gets done for his lady friend. No problem at all. I'll put some extra stuff in here before I jet out of here. And then I'm going to get my 7 acres, and I'll have all the knowledge of what I've learned in here on building, designing, and putting this place together to build my other place by myself. It'll be my house. I will build it with my own hands. Of course, I have some other people come in and help me with a few things I'm going to need at the end of the day, but it'll be mine. No mortgages, no none of that nonsense at the end of the day. I got no mortgage and none of that, and none of that at all, period. Nah, it's freedom, people. People don't understand the concept of freedom. The less stuff I got to carry, the less stuff I got to have, the more I'm free. When I'm going, I paid you all to do multiple moves, to move my furniture and items and stuff at one place. And every time I moved to a place, I looked at that stuff and said, do I need all this stuff? I'm just lugging around all this stuff. Why I need all this? I envy people who basically live off the grid. They have their entire life in a backpack. I envy those people that can get up and go anywhere they want. They don't have any bills. What they have, technically, they really don't have any bills. But they can just get up and go and just live off the land. I love people like that. They are truly free. Those people are tied down into these boxes, these financial boxes, and tied down by bills. And yeah, we're not free at the end of the day. I'm getting closer to it. I'm going to have it. This place right here, I freaking love. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do in here, but I'm learning as I go along, and it's actually, I can't wait to finish it off. Being here, I've been here dragging this mouse to find these videos. We're gonna be here for a while. It's a lot of videos. So yeah, I'm happy with my decision, 100%. And I'm gonna go get, I already have the garage already set up for my workspace, which I'm gonna do anything in there. Pretty much that's simple and easy. Just gotta basically put something down for the floor because I don't want to jack up the floor. It's got plenty of ventilation in there because it's got two big bay doors in there for moving stuff in and out. That's good. It's got power in there already. Pretty much I ain't really got to do much. A couple racks in there, computer desk for a couple of my laptop computers. That's basically about it for uploading videos right there on the spot. That's pretty much it. That's all I need because it's just being used for spraying stuff out. But yeah, I ain't got no bills. Not really. Not really. Everything I have for what I pay, internet, cell phone, rent, just the basics, everything else, storage, like somewhere in the range of $600. That's it. I got some fire. Yeah, they like that. But anyway, yeah, that's it. That's it. Do you imagine if all your expenses were $600? Yeah, so everything that I make off my company, yeah, it just goes into basically just buying product, but the rest of it just goes to me. That's it. So keep in mind, we have a technology coming out in 2024 that's going to be in the range of $1,700 to $2,000 a pop, and my living expenses are going to be extremely low. Don't need all that crazy stuff in the day. I keep my expenses at a certain, man, I live like a king. Ain't that right, buddy? Oh, this is a liquid technology. We never even got around to finishing this thing. All right, whatever. That's going to be going on the back burner. I got no interest in that right now. Are you fighting your fish? Yeah. So I'm glad to be out of this place. I'm so happy to be out of it. There's Taco down there fighting his fish. Are you doing battle for Haruko? Gee whiz. All right. This is going to take forever. Let me see. I got reels. Should have did this instead. Look up our videos. Yeah, I know. This would have been much easier. I don't know why I didn't think of it. These are all our videos on our accounts. it's not on that set. So where is it? Did I download them in? I gotta check. I gotta go check the account where we got them from. I'm not gonna do it on here because I don't want people get it. We got stalkers. So yeah, well, one stalker. But yeah, just thought about that. They're not on here on the reels. Where's my whatchamacallit page at? Let's see. I need my, where's my professional dev group page? Nah, that wouldn't be it. Yep. Hear that quietness? Yeah. Oh, and the crickets. Well, here's the thing. Wow. It's a shame when people basically don't have the opportunity to use what they're designed to do at the end of the day. You know, it's funny how life can soften you. It can. You know, if we ever had an apocalypse, I could survive with no problem. Some of you would perish right from the door. I hate to say it that way, but you don't have no survival skills whatsoever. Some people do and some people don't because they've been softened by society. But let me explain something to you. You learn all kinds of stuff when you want to get rid of stuff. And I learned a trick on how to get rid of crickets completely. How to wipe them out with no chemicals, no pesticides, safe for your animals. Figured out something. These are things you start testing things along the way. And you take that same skill level that you learned and you use it for other things. Learning how to level out floors, learning how to do installments, learning how to wire electricity, all that stuff. Do you know your electrical outlets basically can carry an amp wattage of 1500, which means if you use any form of appliances that are 1500 and you use anything else, that's why your stuff blows out, because that outlet's only designed for 1500, not per one, per both. So that's why when somebody plugs something in, they go doof, and the power goes out. That's because you overload your circuit, because it's only designed for 1500. You start understanding wattage capability, especially when you're using an EcoFlow power system, because you don't want to overheat the battery. But it's pretty interesting. Lighting in your environment. Do you remember, if you all remember, in my hallway in the other house, I had these LED lights, these real bright LED lights. They run at around 6 watts. That's it. That entire strip can light up the inside of your home as if you were using overhead lights. So tests I was running in the house to see if these lights could generate the same amount of light that I have in the ceiling. In the ceiling, you got 25, 65 white light bulbs, and these lights are only at 6 watts and can generate all this light. From learning that information, that's what I'm installing in here. Now, the cricket problem, because you don't hear any crickets, is because crickets don't like vinegar. They can't stand it. They don't like lemon juice either. That's another thing they can't stand. They also don't like cinnamon, but I don't feel the need to be spraying cinnamon all up in here. So vinegar and a little salt gets rid of your crickets. It paralyzes them. They can't move and they die. That's it. That's why you don't hear any crickets. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm soundproofing the place too. I'm also doing a soundproofing on here too. But other than that, yeah. The train, I got it good. There are people that actually live right next to the train yard. And gee whiz Louise, the guy was telling me, and I was down there checking out to see where this train came from. He was down there telling me that we live right here. And this thing, literally, you could hear it crystal clear, filtering through all the buildings. I hear it up here, and I'm a little distance. I'm probably about 10 blocks away from it. They're right up on top of this thing. So their wall from one end to next is soundproofed. This guy said, I had no choice. You can literally hear this thing rip by, and it has to give off these warning horns because there's road crossings in that area. And you know what people do with trains. They just try to tempt fate any chance they can. But yep. So what I hear up here is nothing compared what they hear down there. Because I was like, gee whiz Louise. It doesn't bother me much. I kind of like train noise. Train noise, when I hear it, it kind of reminds me of like, I want to do what those people do with the backpack. Just pack everything up in one bag and just go out and live off the land. That's what I want to do. And one day I probably will. One day I'll probably jump on that train and wherever it takes me, that's where I go. But when I reach that point, people, none of this is going to exist anymore. Somebody else will be running the company and they'll just be paying me. I'm just going to basically get me a stick and walk the earth. Let me see. I could never understand sometimes when I used to skate out there, and I never used to understand how I used to see people out there. Some people choose it. They want it. I couldn't do it. But some people choose just walk away from everything and just be on the street. Some people think that some people is by choice. Some people is by choice. Some people is by hard luck. But some people, I've met a few people when I used to skate all up and down downtown. And you get a chance to meet a lot of the urban street people when you're doing a lot of skating through there. And I've met people who have a considerable amount of money. They just choose that life. And I couldn't do it. I honestly couldn't do it. But they chose that life because they just don't want the responsibility. They don't want anything anymore. They just want to be somewhere where they have nothing that reminds them of nothing. And they're happy with it. Like I said, I met some real interesting people. It's sad to say there's a couple that committed suicide. They committed suicide. I found that kind of hard to deal with because, and I'm pretty sure the trolls are going to take everything I say and try to use it against me, but we don't care. They're kids anyway. But anyway, there was a couple. She was Filipino and she would dance and he would play this keyboard and they were all about the like the movement, the government, all that stuff. And I saw them every year. I skated for like 16 years. And every time I went to Top Art Museum to meet up with my friends, they were there. And one year I got hurt in an accident and I couldn't skate for 1 year. I got messed up pretty bad. I had a back injury. So came back up there the year up there fully healed and they weren't there. And I was like, hey, where's the couple? And they go, oh, you didn't hear? And I was like, no. They said, she doused herself in kerosene and set herself on fire. And he killed himself. Crazy. Right there. And the thing about it is, no one knew who they were until somebody did an article on them. And these people didn't dress fancy. I mean, they dressed like they were really didn't have any money. You would have thought I've given them money a couple of times, put money in their charity cup a couple of times. So I'm thinking maybe they're hippies, they drive a nice old Volkswagen and all, and that's it. Not a new one, like an older Volkswagen. So that's what I'm thinking. I found out these jokers were millionaires. They were freaking millionaires. Right there in front of you, they were millionaires. Rich, super rich. They didn't want that lifestyle. Now, my technology, once it hits those mainstreams, it's going to make me a ton of money. I'm going to make a lot of money, especially if I'm beating up top competition. And guess what my life's going to be like? 7 acres. I'm probably going to 1,000 square feet home. That's it. Something small. Me and my cat, and that's it. I don't need all that. I don't need any more stuff. I got stuff in storage right now, all kinds of toys and collectibles and all that stuff. When I move to the next house, I'm not taking it with me. I'm actually giving it away. I'm giving it to my niece. She's a game collector. She's the only one that appreciates it, so she's going to get everything. Because I don't want it. I don't want to lug it around anymore. Let me see. Where? Okay. We're supposed to go to Crystal. Wait, I got a group site. I'm trying to figure out the group site. It's on here. It's on the group site. I'm trying to find this video. We can't upload. It has to be on Facebook in order to get that upload. But wait. We can't drag it and drop it in. I wonder. Can we drag and drop the file in? All right, hold on. Let me go back here a minute. Let me see if I can drag that file in. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't want any of that stuff anymore. I'm tired of it. Can't take it with you. It's going to stay on the earth long after I pass off this earth. You know, it's funny when as you get older, you start to realize that the more stuff you collect, the more stuff you'll be leaving behind for somebody else. You won't be taking it with you at all, period. I know we have these real deep talks when I'm working on the site, but it's true. You're not taking it with you. Think of the world as a giant spaghetti strainer, right? You collect all this stuff. So as you pass through the strainer, you go to the next life. All your stuff piles up in this strainer, and it gets dumped right back on the earth for somebody else. You're not taking that with you. You ain't taking any of that with you. So why be obsessed over it? Can't say it's yours because technically it's not yours. You borrow it. Everything you have is borrowed. So it's not yours. It was never yours to begin with. You just think it's yours. Just like this technology I have here. When I pass off this earth, it'll go to somebody else. They'll get it. Not saying don't achieve and build and work for things at the end of the day, but don't obsess over it because you will not take it with you. Let me know anytime you see, matter of fact, I'll give you the secrets to all my ingredients. If you can tell me anytime you've seen a U-Haul truck behind a funeral line, don't. It's called toil under the sun. It's in the Bible. It says it right there. Man works by the sweat of his brow just to give to another. Everything you have, you will get, someone else will take it. That's why I understand the thing about misers. People that are cheapskates, you're not keeping that money. You know that, right? Someone else is going to spend it. Someone's going to enjoy it. They're going to have fun with it. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. You're not keeping any of that. It's going to go back to where it is. I used to collect. I stopped collecting at a certain age because I looked at something. It was a Singer sewing machine was the last thing I collected. It was an 1826 Singer sewing machine that had the push pedal at the bottom. I paid $4,000 for this thing. It's a collectible. And I sat down one day as I was working on it, and as I'm rocking this thing back and forth, I stop and I stare at it and I think, how many people had this machine before me? It was built in 1826. So how many people had this sewing machine before me and thought it was theirs? This is my sewing machine. This is mine. Probably fought over it, whatever happened in the history of this sewing machine. If it could talk, it probably could tell me how many owners it had. How many people thought that machine was theirs? At 1826, I'm going to get this right real quick. 1826, 1826, Singer sewing machine. That's an 1826 sewing machine. How many people thought that that machine was theirs? And here they are, whoever owned it, whoever had it down through time, they all died. And now I have it. In this year, in this century, I have it. And then I'll die and somebody else will get it. And then they will die and no one's keeping it. So I left it at the last house I was at. I didn't even bother moving into the truck. I just left it there. $4,000 machine, I just left it there. What was the point? Like when I lived at the other place, I had $1,000 sofa. I left about almost a couple $1,000 with furniture behind. I left a living room set worth about $1,000, new leather movie sofa, $1,500, patio equipment. Yeah, I just left it there. At that particular point in my life, I started realizing I don't need this stuff. I'm tired of it. The other place I was at, I left behind a $300 punching bag. I left I had a reel-to-reel Sony. I left it all behind. As a matter of fact, when I was leaving, and I bumped into the maintenance guy. Him were pretty cool. And he was like, "You going?" I said, "Yeah, I'm out of here, man. It's time for me to go." He said, "Okay." I said, "Yo, I left some stuff in there. You want, you can have it." I left a massaging, reclining leather chair. He liked that. He said, "I'll take this." Okay. He said, "What else you got?" I said, "The bag, all that, you can keep as yours." I said, "I'm good. Don't need it." Toil under the sun, people. Don't need it. I want to get down to the point where all this stuff I got here, I want to bring it all to just laptop. So I'm going to minimize as much as I possibly can because I don't want, this stuff is a burden. It's becoming a burden to me. I don't want it. Tired of it. Bah, bah, bah. Let me see. Digital One. It was under Digital One. I know we're off topic. Let's see if we can figure out what year it was. Oh, these things are gorgeous. I haven't left mine behind. Now when I think about it, I could have used it as a steampunk. Yeah, I didn't think about that at the last minute. I don't care anyway, but I could have stripped it, took it apart, and used it as a steam. Oh, yeah, it would have been nice. A steampunk desk for my computer. Why would you restore it? Why? It's an antique. Oh, that was just wrong. You don't restore it, you leave it the way it is. Let me see if I remember mine. It's 1826. Let me go. Can't even think of that place. What is it called? Was it 1826? I thought it was 1826. Yeah, you don't want to clean that machine. You want to keep it the way it is. Wiping away history. If you're trying to redo it and rebuild it. Only thing I was missing on mine was the belt. Mine worked. I just needed the belt. That was it. Vintage collection sites. Oh, now I just remember what it was. Collector Weekly. Collector Weekly. Collector Weekly. I'd be the only one with this thing at the end of the day. Let's look it up. Vintage Fisher Price mower. I should put down bubble mower, because that pretty much would have been it. I used to basically put all my collections on here. Let's see if I can bring me up. There we are, right there. That's me. This is where I put a lot of my products. Here it is. That's me, right there. Vintage Fisher Price mower. Made in 1985, mint condition, never touched at all, period. Let's see if we can find my Singer sewing machine in here. Here it is, right there. Rare Hunter 44. That was my tag. Wow. I still got my super soakers. I still got them. That's my vintage bubblegum machine. Oh, chips. I actually had to collect. Which one? Chips. I'm looking for something right here. 30 and all. 30 collectibles and all. Where is my sewing machine? I actually have the pop and top. Pop and top. These were metal. These were made by Ohio Arts, if you ever had one of those. I have Fisher Price, cash registers, all mint condition, antique porcelain dolls. These were from the 1950s. These were canteens and compasses. Yeah, this is right there. The Lucky sprayers. I showed you these in demonstration. This is my collection. I have a warehouse. You know that. I own a warehouse full of this stuff. Look at it. G.I. Joe's, Silverhawk, Lion King. Yeah, it's a huge collector. Huge collector. I back up everything I say. You will never hear me come on camera live or something. I back it all up. Yeah, I used to be a huge collector. Fisher Price. Some people thought I used to sell some of the stuff on eBay. I told you I have an eBay account. I was the top seller. I sold all kinds of stuff. Master of the Universe. Look at this. Master of the Universe. I still have this. I still have my, where's it at? There it is. Master of the Universe. Right there. 1985. Still sealed. Mint condition. I still got it. Still have it in my collection right now. What am I doing with all this? Nothing. It's just sitting there collecting dust. That's all it's doing. I'll never sell it. because you can't sell it. It's part of you. You can never, ever sell it. And you'll hold on to it to the day you die off this earth, and somebody else will get their hands on it, and they'll probably sell it. Or if they're a collector like you, look at this. Transformers Command Center. I still got that. Mint condition. Never touched, never opened. So how did Mr. Bird find all these interesting toys? Well, little trick. The Asian mom and pop stores. The Asian mom and pop stores, those little stores you see on the corner, they don't throw away inventory. They never do. They have stacks and stacks of inventory in there of old toys from the 80s sitting in there. G.I. Joes, Transformers, My Little Ponies, all in there, because they never throw away their inventory. And that's how I found this store. I was going past, coming from class, and I walked past and I saw these quad skates they had in the window, old ones from back in the day from the 70s. Of course, there's no point in being a collector if you don't know what you're looking at, because sometimes people, you can be staring at something that's worth millions of dollars. You don't even know what it is because you're not a collector. You don't know how to spot money when you see it. It's sitting right in front of your face and you're like, that's junk, when it's actually money. But anyway, I saw these quad skates they had in the window. So I'm buying them because I'm going to put them up on eBay. I can get at least probably about $200-300 for them easy. And he was charging the original prices on what they were charged at that particular era. So as I went to the store and I looked around, I bought the first pair of skates from him. Went on eBay, got $200 for them. Somebody from California picked them up because, you know, the whole quad skating thing, the retro stuff. Guy was asking me, like, where the freak did you get these at? They're mint condition, in the box, untouched. Yeah. So I went back to the store again. I bought a couple more things from him. So as I got to know this guy, and he could see that I was a serious buyer, he's like, hey, I got some other stuff in the back. When he turned those lights on, I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. It was as if I walked through a time warp. I had no idea. All this stuff. You know what I did? Didn't show much excitement. I said, I'll be back. Bought a couple things and put a little money in his pocket. And I contacted my friend. He got a truck. And I went to the bank and got $10,000. And I cleaned him out. That's what I did. So all this stuff sits in a warehouse somewhere, which I'm not going to tell you where. And I got everything from G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, you name it. Everything from your childhood that maybe you wanted, you have, I have it. I'm like the Willy Wonka of toys. Yeah. So that's when I started hunting down other mom and pop stores. The Asian stores, because they had all the good stuff. Why do you think happened when the college kids were coming into the hood and they were going to the Asian mom and pops where they had the sneakers at? Because they had all the old sneakers from back in the day. All you sneaker gearheads, you know what I'm talking about. Those small little pocket stores in there, yeah, they had all those old sneakers from back in the day that are worth tons of money now. And those college kids were smart. They were going there and they were buying up all their sneakers. There's some little stores that you see in the cut that nobody pays attention to that got all the gold. Now, I try to go in there and I try to give them a little more, just a little more, because I don't want to tip them off, because I don't want to rip anybody off. But, you know, if you tell them what it's worth, you're not going to get anything. But if you don't know what you're looking at, then you don't know what you're looking at. There was a one about something about, what was it? Was it Nintendo? I think Nintendo cartridges. Nintendo cartridges, the ones over in Japan, have 4 screws in the back of them. The 4 screws in the back of the NES cartridges have 4 screws in the back of these cartridges. And that means that cartridge was basically imported from over in Japan. So what happens when you pull out these 4 screws, there's a little hard drive in there. That is the games that they have overseas from Japan that are actually on that hard drive, that little micro chip they have in there. Look it up if you think I'm joking. They have 4 screws on the back of them. You find one of these, if it's still there, if someone didn't figure it out and pull it out, then you're done. But a lot of those games, they're like games that they haven't made, like what they call them, like the developer projects and stuff like that. That's what it is. So one of the stories I heard about a crazy guy who actually ended up getting a special Nintendo cartridge. It's a special cartridge that has, I think, 4 or 5 buttons on the top. Let me look this up real quick. This special cartridge. Nintendo cartridge with 4 buttons on the top. Let's see if I got this right. It's a cartridge. Should be 4 switches. No. Nintendo cartridge rare with 4 switches on the top. It's like a $50,000 Nintendo cartridge. And it has these switches on the top. What the switches are is basically when you beat the game at the hardest level, every time you beat a certain level, one of these switches pop up. I think it's like a $50,000 Nintendo cartridge. I gotta find a thing. Yeah, but that's what it is. So anyway, this guy was at a flea market and there was a crate. Is this it? It's a crate. Also, too, these are really hard ones to get. But it was a crate. And in this crate, this cartridge was sitting in this crate. And the people didn't know what this cartridge was worth. And when the guy saw it, he almost had a heart attack. He was like, you know what's in that crate over there? And the guy was like, don't show any form of excitement. He said, there's one of those rare cartridges that has these 5 switches on the top of it for the Nintendo cartridges. Yeah. He couldn't give the person. I mean, you don't want to rip a person off, but again, it's a gold mine find. So give them exactly what they asked for. And cartridges are worth $50,000, and that's starting bid. But it's the one with the switches on the top. I gotta find it. I'll find it for you, because I don't like to talk about things. I don't back up. Hold on for a minute. Rare Nintendo cartridge with switches on the cartridge. Now, Hurt Piece, I actually walked into an Asian mom and pop store that had all the original old video games from back in the day. But COVID hit, and I thought they left. I don't know what they did with the inventory, but all this stuff you see right here, they had it in there. These are the ones right here too. Hold on for a minute. I'll pull it up. See those little clips right there on your cartridge? Those are some rare ones too. If your cartridge has any of those rare clips on them. I gotta find that thing. Put this way. Hold on. 5 screws on the back of Nintendo cartridges. These are the ones with the 5 screws. That's what they go for. So these cartridges have 5 screws, which means when you pull those screws out of that cartridge, there's a little microchip in there, or like a little hard drive for games. Here we go. Told you. See? 5 screws. Now the new ones they have, the newer models they have, don't have those 5 screws. But the older ones do. So you go to a flea market and you turn them around, you see those 5 screws. That means there's a good possibility if the person didn't go in and remove those little the hard drives out. And the hard drives, these are basically the Japanese games that basically put a converter piece into it to make them American games. These are the first ones that they started converting over from Japan. You find one of these and you pop the back and it's open and it still has that little cartridge piece in it in the back of that converter. The converter also has a lot of stuff on it. It has stuff on there from the developers, games they probably didn't launch, a whole lot of cool stuff on there. The 5 screw cartridge. Anyway, let's get back to this because I'll be in here all day long looking at this stuff because I used to collect. I don't do this anymore. I have a stack. I haven't got around to it, but I have a stack of these cartridges that have screws in the back of them. I never got around to opening them up. After a while, just left them there because I just didn't want to be bothered with it. But she'll be getting all that anyway, so it don't make a difference. Maybe she'll open up. I don't know what she'll do with them. Let me see. I gotta get back to work here. I'm way off topic here. Still wanted to see if I can find my salt machine. Pressure price bubble mower. Oh, wait. Did I did put that in there. Hold on a minute. Ah, yeah, that's me. I put my name in everything. Yeah, I design HD crystal screen paint. That's me. And design and build gaming PCs. Yep. A long time ago. That's when I was selling big on eBay. Don't do eBay anymore. If I do the back search for it, it comes up right there. That's me. Got to back up. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Yeah, it's a big collector. Not anymore. Days are gone. There's no point. Closer I get to basically passing over to the next life, the less interest I have in it. What's the point? Look at this, right there. I got these in my collection too. These are flip sliders. You ever heard of those before? These are games back in the day in the 80s. It's a cassette player. You flip it out. It had games. It had Dungeons and Dragons, all this cool stuff on it. Yep, got the whole collection of those two in there. Man, good old days. Anyway, I gotta sign it. I'm not gonna sign it in my account. I'm just leave it there. I had people that contacted me. I said, want to sell this stuff. No, I'm not gonna sell any of it. Big offers for money for these products. Nope. Can't part with them, but I'm gonna give them away. Let's see. Well, I can't sell them. I have to give them away. If my niece decides that she wants to sell them, then, she can go ahead. I don't care. Let me see. Let me get back to my work here. Do, 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 do. All right. I want to change out. Let's get the price drop in here. And this is the reason why people, when getting to the point in my life of basically just wanting less of everything, just comes down to peace of mind. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. This is why the new technology is not going to be on a corporate level. It's not going to be making hundreds and thousands of these units. It's all about peace of mind. That's what it comes down to. I don't want the responsibility. We have a new technology. It's going to do quite well, and I only keep it at a limited edition. The screen paints and all that are going to follow on the guidelines of that too. We're going to make everything limited edition. The reason why I decided to go down this road, because again, there's less work for me to do. At $2,000 a screen, I make 30 of these. I'm good. I'm definitely good. I don't need anything else. People want to make that kind of money when they want to drive Lambos and they want to have big houses and they want to, go to fancy. You can do fancy vacations. You don't need that much money to do that, but they want the big dollars. I don't want the big dollars. I want the peace of mind. That's what I want. I want the small circle of friends and just being to myself. That's what I want in the day. But still have enough money to live like a king, but choose not to live like a king. Be just like everyday Joe, like everybody else. To do less and make more. That's my dream right there. No overheads, no heavy responsibility, none of that stuff at all, period. So this is the direction I'm going. I bring in 3 painters. They knock out 30 screens. We send it to this major distributor. They sell the products for us. And that's it. We're done. That's it. Nothing more to do. And I can go on vacation. I can go to Bermuda. I can go to freaking Barbados and go where I want to go. That's it. You can't contact me. You have to contact them because they're the ones going to be in charge of all this stuff. And as for the paints, I have to figure out who I'm going to get maybe for that. I haven't decided on that yet. But at one point, my website's not going to have any products on it. It's just going to be strictly information. That's it. That's the direction I'm going to be going in 2024. All about peace of mind. I've gotten that a dozen times where people say, well, you know how much money you can make? Yeah, who cares? Can't take it with you. Just want something to live comfortable. That's it. I'm living comfortable now. But, still, with that technology, it's let me live a little bit more even comfortable. Yep. So I'm going to do all the testing against top certified screens. So that way, if I have to go into a forum site or the people who are selling the product for us can say, well, the product's better than this company and better than that company, they can back it up. It's right there. Test it so it's weatherproof, it passes all its tests, so that way they can back up the product. Because if we're selling this product to this distributor, I have to make sure that everything that screen can do, it can do, because they're going to sell this product. Oh, I forgot. I got to get that information. I literally forgot that. I got to dig that information up. All right, let me see. All right. Where are we at right here? This is 24. Oh, we did a price drop on that. That's 130. All right. This is 32. This is the outdoor technology. Do I want to keep this or not? Oh, I don't know. Well, since the new stuff will have everything involved with outside, we won't have to have this, but we... Okay, I'm going to get rid of... I don't need the gallon. I'm dropping the gallon. I don't want the gallon. I'm going to go in and... let's see. So that's the thing. The more overhead you have, the more money you have to make. That's how it works. If you want big cars, if you want to have all the expenses, you'll have to have all that overhead. And you have to hire the employees. And you'll have to have the warehouse facility to house all that and equipment and all that. Don't want all that at all, period. So, no, I'm good. That's why sometimes you see me playing music and you see these little cottages in the background. That's what I'm getting. Okay, a nice little cottage. But this right here gives me an idea where I'm going to be doing. I like to get my feet wet before I actually invest the money in what I want to do. And this is a perfect experiment for me to be able to live in this environment right here and build it into something nice. Because I can take that same knowledge that I got here and I can put it right where I need to go when I actually start constructing and building my own place. Let me see. Oh, so my screen in here is going to be 148, 235.1. Yeah, how big my screen is. It is 55 inches high because it's 235.1, but it's 130 feet wide. Because walls in here from one section, I got 18 feet of wall. So 18 feet by 18 feet by 18 by 18 in here. It has to be about 5 feet 9 inches. I'm good with numbers. I'm memorizing stuff. I know it's kind of weird. I can memorize this stuff. But 5 feet 6 inches from the screen. If I mount it to the ceiling, which I'm going to have to, it has to be 8 inches from the ceiling. Bam! This thing's going to look hot. Can't wait. And I'm actually building my own sofa too. But like, you can't build a sofa. Yes, you can. Make your own furniture all the time. You know how much money that would save me? If you could design your own furniture, you know how cheap things are? Yeah. Let me see. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Okay, we'll do this at... 32. 32 paints a screen size of 150 inches. I'll take that one right there for that. And then this one will go for the 1 gallon. We're not selling this anymore. We don't need it because we have the new technology coming in. It'll do both. We just need the quart size. That's basically about it. Let's go with our product here. We have to get ready for new technology now. This is 1 gallon. $24.32. Do you have 2 gallons on here? What's the 2 gallons on here? What's the 2 gallons? Let's take this off. We don't want this anymore. 2 gallons we don't need anymore. Do I need a gallon? Honestly. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, here we go. Now, it wasn't a joke when I told you we got a screen coming out. We're in 2025. We only make one of those a year. That screen's about 50 grand. You'll see why. You'll definitely see why. It's only a $50,000 screen. But we only make one of them. Those are for the high rollers, the big boys, the big dogs at the end of the day. It ain't about the money, because $50,000 for them ain't nothing at the end of the day. It's about if you can get it. That's what it comes down to. So they'll fight over that screen to get their hands on it. See, we set the platform with the distributors, the main chains, the big companies. We let them basically, it's all about strategy, people. So we introduced this new technology to these big companies out here. They've never even seen this technology. They've never even heard of technology be able to filter sunlight and pick up 100% contrast levels. Ultra short, they're compatible. They've never seen anything like it. They're used to seeing screens that require ultra short those in order to run. Ambient light controlled environments can't see 100% contrast. That's where they're used to seeing. We break the mold in that, and we bring this technology to one of these big major distributors, which we already have, and they start selling the product. And the demand for the product goes through the roof due to the fact that they can't get the screen because the screen is rare. We're going to do 30 of these. We're going to do 20. We're going to do 30 of these a month and for the entire world. So value is going to jump up on the screen. Anything we launch after that is going to go through the roof, because now they recognize what true technology is. And this will cause the certified screens to deal with that. They're going to come up with a black screen soon. Now, can you imagine them pulling their best technology to pick up a black screen to compete with us, and then we come out in 2025 and we wipe all their screens clean? Because we can basically do our test demonstrations off of Black Certify and design a technology far more advanced. Do you know how much money that screen would be worth that can knock out their best black screens? This would push my technology even higher. But this technology is a $50,000 screen that we make once a year. That means the rich high rollers that can call for 50 grand easy will fight to get this screen. Because it's not about the money, it's about if you can get it. Any rich person, see, this is the thing about people have crazy amounts of wealth. It's the fact that $50,000, that's nothing for them. That's nothing at all. The fact that they can afford it, but they can't get it. That's the thing. Like I said, you can have Jeff over here who has a 4-door Mercedes, and he can come up to Ron over here and say, hey, look, you see that car over there? I know you can afford it, but you can't get it. You can't buy it. No matter how much money you have, you can't get that car. And that's going to make Ron extremely upset, because Ron does have the money to buy that car. But Ron can't get it because it's a rare edition. Or maybe he knows the owner who actually made the car and he got one of them. So Ron's going to do whatever he can to get the exact same car or better to park in his driveway, just to show to his neighbor that I can get that too. There you go. Now you understand. But you have to show the worth of the technology to make it that it's worth for them paying 50 grand and trying to get it. So if all works out, and our black technology, which is going to do what it's designed to do, it hits that main chain pushes that technology, and of course it's going to be more advanced than all these certified screens out here like our other technology is. That's going to put the screen on the map. Next technology that comes out in 2024, that's going to be a different, rare kind of technology. And hopefully the certified screens do come up with black technology, which would be nice. Because can you imagine them fighting to develop a black technology to compete with the screens we're developing, and then we come out in 2025 and we wipe all their black screens clean? Then what? Yeah, there you go. It's all about strategy. I'm like, that's insane. Yeah, it works all the time. We do it all the time. So yeah, it's nothing new. Did we just knock this one out? This is what? This is the, oh, this is the other one. All right. Yep. Now, for those of you saying, well, you know, I can't afford 50 grand for a screen. Well, that's why we got products that people can afford. And people, at the end of the day, it's going to be some stuff that's going to be way up there. It's going to be a lot of money. But the good thing about it is, at least you're not in the white screen category. We could do something like, okay, we'll make a white screen paint, and then we'll make a gray screen paint, and then we'll make a darker version of screen paint. And if you can't afford the $3,000, like this is how the other screens do. Let's start putting in screen paints. Let's say we have white screen, we have light gray screen, we have darker gray screen, and then we have gunmetal. So if you can't afford a $3,000 screen, guess where you're going? You're going down the chain. So the Gray Cinema 5 or Gray Cinema 5D, that's a $1,500 screen, maybe $1,300 screen now. All right? You ain't got the budget for that, and guess where you go? You're going to go to the Cinema Gray, which is a lighter gray screen. And if you can't afford that at $800, or what they are now, you're going to go to a white screen, because that's the bottom of the barrel right there. The white screen is the bottom of the barrel, period. So that's how they work. Us, at the end of the day, the screen paints we develop can knock out a $3,000 screen, which means if you can't afford a $50,000 or $2,000 form of our technology, the screen paints basically can do things that the other screens can't do. And you're still in the game. That was some great trash paint. All right, let me see. Let me do this at. Now, for those of you sitting there saying, oh, you've seen that TV technology, that stuff is a beast. Yeah, that's 60%. At 100%, that thing is going to be insane. Those of you who have ultra short throws, good gracious. Isn't it going to be nice to actually be able to use your ultra short throw projector and what it's entitled, designed to be at the end of the day, like a TV, instead of worrying about your colors washing out all day? All right, I'm going to do, hold on for a minute. There we go. So we're doing a price drop right there. Ambient light control. That's the only problem I had with the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly is a nice screen. I like it. Actually, we need to get a sample sheet of that. But the Dragonfly, when I guess the fellow was asking me about, and they don't inquire to them guys today. Y'all guys, they don't inquire about your products because they know your products don't pose threats. Are fake. Their products are fake. But they inquired about us. And one of the things they inquired about was wanting to test our products. But here's the thing. We can't be in the same environment. You guys are using ambient light controlled environments. Our products don't use ambient light controlled environments. We don't require it. We have real ambient light rejection technology. So if I stick your screen in a fully lit environment that has no control, your screen's going to have issues. That's why every time I see somebody doing fake reviews against our product, why the freak are we sitting in an ambient light or dark environment? That technology is not designed for that. If you really have our technology, you should not be sitting in a controlled environment or some dark, dim apartment. Why do you have my products in there? That's supposed to be my products. Your screen can't handle an ambient light, fully lit environment. Take it outside. The technology is designed to be taken outside. Go outside with it. Can't do that because your screen will wash out. They'll stick us in their environment and say, look, we got the same thing. No, you don't. Gee, where's Louise? Where we at on this right here? Oh, shoot. Don't I have something coming in? I gotta get off of here. I got packages coming in. All right, let me see. I'll tell you a great video game I just downloaded. I freaking love. It's called Hats in Time. Freaking love that game. It's actually really good. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Got 24. 24 we keep at 130. 1 gallon, 289. Now I'm still trying to decide whether or not if that new technology I got sitting in that can is going to end up on a website. It might end up on our website for a while, and we might push to that other distributor for them to sell it for us. Make it a because I don't want to deal with the paperwork overseas. I really don't want to deal with it. It's a lot of paperwork. So we'll make it an in-state product only. It'll be available for overseas. Why? It's on our website. But when 2024 hits, this is when I'm going to make the final decision to push it to a major distributor and make the product only for in-states only. That's why I said, you better take advantage of my technology now, because sooner or later, it's going to be insane what we're planning to do with it. There are things that Mr. Bird needs, things I want to build, things I want to design. And it takes, well, I know I talk about money, but not for that. I got projects I'm working on. I'm studying hydroelectric energy, so I need basically some stuff for that. So yeah, I'm building capital for my new venture. Let me see. And then for other people saying, well, we can go where? Where are you going? Honestly, I'm not trying to be rude here, but where else are you going to go? And go to a guy's shopping cart where the paints are not even real and they're dummy carts at the end of the day, or the other guy who basically paints on a screen and doesn't come up the right color, got something called range gain. Yeah, you're getting scammed with them guys in the day. Go to certified screens, 3,000, 5,000 for a screen. All the other screens in between that ain't worth your time. Valvist, oh, please. If it's gray, it's not even going to work. Just put it that way. It's not going to work at all, period. White screens? No, there you're going to go. And I've already searched the internet to see if you can find anybody, because we're searching for people right now. The new technology, any screen paint that we find on YouTube, we're putting you against that new product. I want to make sure I wipe everything clean off of YouTube. That's what we're going to do with that product sitting in that can over there. I'm hunting right now. I go on my phone and I hunt. I freaking get on here and I hunt. I'm looking for any business, any company, anybody we find that is claiming to have top screen. We're coming after you. I'm going to put you against that paint right there, because I want the reputation for that product in that can that there's nothing on YouTube that will match it. I can't say that until I go through everything. So if you're making a black paint, guess what? You're on my radar. I tell you something. One thing I don't like about this business, I don't like, and I can honestly say this, I don't want to interfere with somebody else's business. I don't. But in a way, I have to, because you have to understand, I want to be number one. I want to have the best. And in order to do that, I had to step on people, and I don't want to do this. This is what I fight back and forth with myself all day. Quite frankly, I don't want to do it. But I have to do it, because I have to show that this screen, these are the best. I need these bragging rights for these big major companies. So I can go, hey, look, what about, we did all YouTube. I get it all the time. What about that paint? What about this paint? What about this? What about that? Have you done it? We've done all these already. We've been through Certifies. I've been through Goose Screen. I've been through Paint On Screen. I've been through all these companies. That screen called LXXVII or whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't say it right. But anyway, we've been through all this. I've tested everything I can get my hands on, everything from house paints and materials, outside, inside, different forms of projectors. What else? So now, basically, we got TVs waiting for us. The new technology is designed to go past, go beyond an OLED. Then what? Where are we hit now? Where do we go? So I don't want to go to eBay. I don't want to basically buy all these products and do that to them. Really don't. But if I'm going to claim my product to be number one, I'm going to have to do it, even though I don't want to do it. Because I don't want to take away from someone's livelihood. And then for some people saying, but you don't have to. But you have to understand, if you want to be number one, you got to. That's the part that haunts me. That's the part I don't like. So I don't take any joy in taking someone's product and dominating the product. I don't. It has to be done because I have to prove the product does exactly what it does. If not, I'm just like these guys out here, and I refuse to be somebody who talks a bunch of trash and can't back it up. But at the end of the day, I don't want to take from somebody else. Now, Jamie deserves it. He deserves everything he gets. He runs his mouth too much. He deserves to get crushed. Oh, I forgot. We got to order Partay's product too. I got to put an order in for that. I literally forgot about this guy. We don't think we'll put an order in for his product and get it over here. Oh, I'm dreading the freaking instructions. That's what I'm dreading, the freaking instructions. You know, that's going to be a freaking pain in the neck. I'm trusting that range gain too. I got a gain gun coming in pretty soon. We have to get some kind of measurement. They want a measurement for our screens, so we have to hit it with a gain gun. I'm curious to see what these things are pulling off. So I need that. They're requesting that for the major companies that are distributing the products. They want that. We have to go by traditional. But, you know, what it is, what it is. But anyway, no, I don't want to do it. When I sit there and talk about going through eBay, I don't want to do it. But if you're going to be number one, you have to take out everything. Maybe we can endorse them. That'd be nice. We can endorse them and tell people, because there's a couple great paints I freaking loved on there. Really good ones, too. Really, really good ones. And not everybody's going to like a black screen. Well, people may prefer the gray screen. So we can basically give them some endorsement, you know what I mean, advertise for them. You know, that makes things a little nicer. I think we could do it that way. Yeah, but I have to do it. But I'm going to basically try to endorse them to say, look, you know, if our products aren't for you, we highly suggest these products. That's what I'm going to do. There's Charlie. We're going to basically suggest that at the end of the day. That's what we want to do. So we can at least try to, you know, do something there. But as for you, Jamie, I'm going to crush your stuff completely into dust. Show no mercy whatsoever. Your stuff is fake. I'm going to go right through your stuff. With this new stuff, I'm going to go right through your product. Oh, look at you! Look at you! Look at y'all freaking frisky! Taco's in here killing stuff. All right, 32. We'll bring this down to Now, as for the Sugar Plum Fairy and Leviathan screens, they're coming out. There'll be wallpaper for them, but they'll be more easier to get your hands on. They're front and rear technology, by the way. Did you know that? Yeah. But except for that surface, it's going to be wallpaper. It's going to be a different kind of wallpaper. Wait till you see what this stuff does. The entire structure is completely different. You can get a blast out of these things, what you can do with them. It's strictly because the gamers kind of like that kind of stuff. So I thought that'd be kind of a cool idea to do. We have to customize that surface. I'm going to do a couple of glass screens, but they're going to be small glass screens. Probably like a 32-inch glass screen, something like that. That's what they're going to be. What am I doing here? I'm going back and forth. Okay. They're good there. I'm going to get that at 264. 264. That's for the court. We're going to do 198. Now, mind you, this price drop is just for now. Once that product launches right there, then we charge for what that product is going to be for. Keep in mind, it's going to be way more than this. And just so you know, that product in that can, the test we have lined up for it, we have high-end certifieds coming in for it. So I do want to test this against side by side to see what the comparison would be with Diamond Technology, Elite Screens, Dragonfly, what was the other one? And Daylight. Daylight has a very good gunmetal. Elite Screen has one too. So those are the companies I'm going to be interested in to put a test against that screen paint, the new Alpha Cinemax. Jamie's product, we're just crushing it for the sake of just crushing it because he runs his mouth too much. So collateral damage, whatever. Partay, you will be testing underneath this product too. If your black paint's available, I will be buying it. We don't get no weight off of these guys. It's just crushing trolls. That's all it is. Everything else, we don't need. That's it. And we'll put it against a TV for fun. So that's my lineup for those, for the top screens with that. Maybe we do enough. We're only going to do one demonstration. I'm not going to go over and over again with the certifieds. It's one demonstration, but maybe, well, they don't have a choice either. Because like I said, the distributor that we're working with, This distributor sells Diamond Technology. They sell Elite screens. They sell some of the top projections and projector screens. They're just as big as Projector Central. This is a big, big company that we're talking to. And they don't just do it, and they sell for everybody. Now imagine when we roll in that technology, and then they're going to do their own tests, and then they're going to do it, and they see that that technology can beat every screen that they have over there. Goody, goody gumdrops. Goody, goody gumdrops. Picks up at 190-degree viewing angle and ultra short throw. Yeah. Yeah. And you know the fantastic thing about that, people? The fantastic thing about that, this will push. Hopefully, we'll push this certified to a black screen. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. A black screen. I need it to complete phase 3. So if they can develop a black screen, this would be nice. And then we can basically, we still would dominate if they got a black screen or price-wise. But still interesting, can the TV technology take on a black certified screen? But I don't want to do that yet, because that basically upsets the balance of what I've got planned. Let them have their fun, let them brag and carry on. We'll never do a test again, so we just refuse. We won't do one until 2025 till we bring out the other one, and then we'll level the screens. Because it would show all the hard work, all the effort that they put in, and they still couldn't reach our plateau. See, it's all about planning. I love business at the end of the day. It's like playing chess. It's all about strategy. That's why I like playing that Dynasty Warrior. I love freaking Dynasty Warrior. It's all about strategy. All right, let me see. We're at the 32. So the 32s, no, we don't have that anymore. We're not making it anymore. The 32s. And on top of this, it's going to have gamer technology embedded into it. Yeah. Mine, this stuff has projector mapping applications you can use with it. It's going to be ultra short throw compatible. It's going to be fully weatherproof. It has that superior ambient light projection, which the other guy thought it was super. No, it's superior. That's the abbreviation for that. It's going to have a lot of cool stuff that's going to be able to do. Okay, when we get in here, all right, we did the adjustment for that, and the adjustment for that, and adjustment for this. Will it be available in a gallon? No. We're going to have it in 24s and 32s. That's it for the new stuff. So gallons will be eliminated. Let me see. That's 130, 198, 290. I can bring it down a little more in this one. So let's see. We can't say when. We'll get the certifieds down here. That's not a problem. We'll get them done here. When Diamond reaches here, we're not going to say much about it. I don't basically, because I don't feel like dealing with any lawyers and no dumb nonsense at the end of the day. I really don't. The demonstrations we're going to do on the certifieds, we're not going to say anything on camera. We're just going to show up the surfaces that we have. We're going to put them side by side to the screen, and we're not saying jack. We let the people decide which one's better. That's how we're going to do it. Because if we say anything, they're going to say, oh, you slandered this and blah, blah, this. And I don't feel like going through all that at all, period. I really don't. But we need to show that our product, if it's better, then it's better. And if it's not, it's not. We have to show that because I want to show our weight of our product. As for the people who talk trash and can't back their products up, we're just going to crush the stuff for the sake of just doing it. Because we don't get any credibility for your stuff at all, period. I get nothing. I'll take your customers from you. I could do that, but other than that, yeah, we're just crushing your stuff for the sake of it all. It's not going to go well. I'm going to tell you that right now. If I tell you I've been designing screen paints forever, and this new stuff we're working on, if I tell you it's not going to go well, it's going to be a freaking nightmare for people. If your screen paint's not equipped, you're going to have a lot of problems. Even with the lights out, it'll turn your stuff into a white sheet of paper. This stuff has an extremely powerful gain sitting on top of it. It's going to turn your gray screen or whatever you have into a white sheet of paper. If you have a screen paint product, So I will be picking up the height. The rest of the stuff we don't even want because we know it's house paint. You just go down and get house paint. But the hybrid mix and that other new product he called himself making, yeah. We'll also put you against projector mapping applications to see how you do. It ain't gonna go well anyway. And I think I'll bring out the 6500 lumen projector that I got in storage. If you can't pull up on 6500 lumens, your stuff is pretty bad. That's a powerful machine. I got to order the lamp for that darn thing too. All right, we got an LX700 Chrissy in storage. I'm gonna bring out that monster. I'll bring out the 60s, the LX67. No, sorry, the LX. I'm bad. The LX 700. I'm gonna bring that out. Since y'all say your stuff over venue projectors, you can't get any more better than 6500 lumens in a short range. I'm gonna stick you right up against the screen and see if you'll pick up. Oh, that technology right there's gonna be coded on my 235.1. Bam. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survival. Feeling like a little kid. Bam, bam. Yeah, y'all gonna get crushed. You want to play around with this stuff at the end of the day. This is what y'all want to play with? All right, no problem. Certifies, I'm just doing just business, strictly business. That's all it's gonna be. But for you gray screen paints and talk all this trash, yeah, I'm gonna go through y'all stuff. Anybody on YouTube that do you feel that you're going to be in competition with me? We'll go through your stuff. You get two options out of it. You can basically cancel the order and give me a trophy at the end of the day to show that you can't process your product. It doesn't work. That automatic on our behalf. Or bottom line is I can take you in front of a camera and I can destroy your stuff. It's up to you. As for the stuff we've seen, that's for people bragging, talking trash. We're talking about y'all. As for the other products, again, as I said before, really don't want to do those. Because again, all right, how would be this way? I could sit there and do it this way. We could claim our product, which we will be the best. And then if anyone steps up, we can just take them out. I think that'd be a better one. I don't want to force my hand on something at the end of the day. I really don't. You know, it's funny. At one point, it was a debate that screen paints could never be as good as a physical screen. Did you know that? You have to be way back. You have to be way back to know this. The people now who make these paints wouldn't know this. But at one point, way back, if you had a screen paint, it was all about gray screen paints could never be better than a physical screen. And now we, not others, we had the technology to take out a certified projection screen. That's not a screen paint. We have a screen paint powerful enough to take that out. Because before, you know, people out there who have these products, before you can make that statement, you're going to have to go through a ton of certified screens. And mind you, certified makes quite a lot in their arsenal. They have everything from ultra short throw screens to outdoor screens to indoor screens. That's what they got. Everything. You're going to have to beat all of them. It's a lot of work. And since you don't have that, then, well, you can never compete side by side to any of the certified screens. You make that statement, you get sued. These companies don't play around at the end of the day. They'll get an attorney and they will sue the daylights out of you if you sit there and make a statement that's not true. You sit there and say that you beat an elite screen, you're going to get sued for it. You say you beat a diamond, you're going to get sued for it. You have to be able to prove you can beat this screen. And I'm not talking about in no cut and corner environment. You're going to have to be show solid blues and greens and reds and colors, show contrast levels, white levels, different caliber. You're going to have to cover every single thing because these companies will sue you if you don't. They've got their own massive legal department. They got people who watch activity on YouTube. How do you think Diamond found us? How do you think Diamond found us when we were testing their sample sheets online? How do you think they found me? They're monitoring and watching us the entire time. They're probably monitoring and watching me now. How do you think they found me? Yeah, there you go. So that's why you don't see them out there doing massive loads of certified screens, because you know why? They can't beat their screens. And if they cut any corners or tamper with their products and make them like something they're not, they know they're going to get hit with a lawsuit. We could do this. We could go out there and do demonstrations against their products, and no one files a lawsuit. We only had one person, and that was for something else. But it didn't start off with them saying, well, hey, look, right from the door, we don't like what you're doing, and here's a cease and desist order. No, it started with an email saying that they found our products to have potential, like what we had. But I sat there and did make a statement. I said, sooner or later, one day, we're going to bump heads. And here we are now. Now, since you want to, Jamie, make that whatever crappy paint you have over there and claim that to be our product at the end of the day, I'm going to crush that product completely. I mean, crush it. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to show you that your products are worth nothing when I get done. And then I'm going to put you against certified technology, worthy technology, to show you why you're not in our category, because you can't take these screens because your product is trash. Where you're certified down, you don't have any of that at all, period. None of your stuff works. Partay stuff doesn't even work correctly. Do you see the other people who make screen paints? Do you see them bragging about certified screens? You know why? Because they know their screen paints can't go against a certified screen. They know this already. Top gunmetal screens, real gunmetal. I'll take that gunmetal stuff you call gunmetal, and I will stick that against a serious gunmetal screen and show you exactly how poorly your screen produces. Now, if you got real gunmetal, you should be able to take out gunmetal with no problem. But our technology is black, so that tells you right there where we're going. And we're going to put that stuff to shame. The fake product. Now, it's not a real product, it's a fake product. I'm going to buy it and get it over here. If he doesn't close down his shopping cart, if he closes down his shopping cart and that shopping cart disappears, if any of them shopping carts start disappearing, we know from the door he's running. Your product is coming down here for testing. No point in bringing the Cinemax. Oh, you know what? I'm buying the Cinemax too. Might as well. We know what is house paint. I'm going to pick up some Network Gray 773. No. We're supposed to do it against the slip silver, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be the slip silver, Network Gray. We're going to do all this in the shop. We got the shop coming up. So we're going to do all this in the shop, because we'll have, and here, I'm not doing this work in here. I'm going to be doing this at the shop. We're going to take everything. We're going to take it down to the shop. We're going to do, I want to do the, no. I've always wondered about the Hydrant Mix, and I've always wondered about the Cinemax, because they look exactly the same. We'll bring both of those down there and put those tests against the Amazon Slip Silver, Bear Silver Screen, and what was the other one? And Network Gray 773. We'll do those right there for that. But first, I'm going to put those against that product, see if they all match. We'll do it in a we could do an ambient control, because the screen paint's not really working in well ambient environments, and we'll do it in the dark, see how well they match. Then, when we're done with that, then we'll put you against our products. So what we're going to do is, because I have to have a challenge in this, and it gets too easy, I get bored. So I'm going to put my product, this one in the can, against the Slip Silver, against the Network Gray 773, and white levels 2, all that good stuff. Got to have fun there, because, I'm cheat myself. I had a good time at the end of the day. And I'm going to put myself against the Bear Silver Screen and your products all in one hit. My stuff's going to wipe your stuff clean. Everything. And then we'll get rid of that circus show, and we'll move on to more serious professional screens that are worthy of our time. That's what I'm going to do to your stuff. And then Danny, once I get your stuff down here, because I'm ordering that black paint from you, I get it down here. The only thing I'm dreading about that product is the freaking instructions. That's the part that, I want to do that painting. Why can't we just be done? Up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm going to get a workout on that one. and bring his product down too. I hope this thing turns out to be the same color. It doesn't change colors on me. If you want, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it down to freaking Home Depot and I'm gonna stick it in a paint shaker. And if I take it out of a paint shaker and we bring it back and that thing still doesn't pick up the, oh man, I'm gonna be really ticked. I'm definitely gonna file against you. I'm gonna file a freaking PayPal complaint against you. Because there's no sense for that stuff. I mean, we know it's crap at the end of the day, but if I stick that thing in a paint shaker and that thing still doesn't blend and it comes out a different color, yeah, I'm gonna file a PayPal complaint against you. That doesn't make it. I'm gonna record it in the paint shaker, by the way. Because he shook that can up pretty good and it still came out a different color. I'm gonna stick this thing in a paint shaker. See what happens. For some reason, all I keep hearing in the back of my head is finish him, flawless victory. Yeah, it's gonna be a flawless victory. Come and play, everything's a-okay. Do 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 do. Now, we are going to start. We already have the ingredients for the new product. I'm going to start getting that ready and getting it set up. Once we get that done, we start getting testing and everything finished and finalized, and then we'll start getting these products over here for testing. As I said before, I'm interested in getting Screen Innovation. I think they have amazing technology. I look forward to doing some side-by-side tests to let people decide which ones they like best. We're going to go with the Elite screens. They have the Dark Star 9. I do like that screen. Just another beautiful screen. The Dragonfly gunmetal screen. Yeah, beautiful color. Can't wait to do those side-by-side next to that. And Daylight has a screen. Can't pronounce the name correctly. I butcher it every time. I really do. No disrespect. But we're going to get that one down there. Now, just for fun, gain kicks and giggles, because we know they won't be to make it. We're going to go with Partey's, I don't know what he calls this stuff, the PSP black paint, if it's available. Let's go to the website right now, see if this stuff is available. We know Jamie's stuff is available. Jamie, we're going to pick up from him the Hybrid Mix Cinemax, because I want to do that network gray, and he hasn't done the Amazon Slip Silver yet. And we're also too going to pick up the new product he calls that's supposed to be his darkest mix. Oh, we'll find out what that stuff really is. All right, and we'll get all that down here. Now, the people that will be placing these orders, I'm not going to say when and where, but we're going to have it down here. We'll do the unboxings and everything. All right, let me see. Let's go to Partey's site, see what he's got over here for sale. Or what have you got here to buy? So if we buy it, you know what's going to happen? Canceled orders, money back in our account. That's what's going to happen. Now, Partey's been a little busy. He's been copying our labels and putting them on his site because, again, people copy what they do because, you know, we're tops. So let's go in here and see what he's got in here. Let's see, the PSP. Am I getting a PSP with this? I'm curious. Am I getting a portable PSP? Because I would like to have one with this. I mean, if you're giving these away for free, this would be kind of nice. That's applications. I'm going to test your range gain. Matter of fact, I might get two from you because I'm going to send I'm going to send one of these to another friend of mine. He has that equipment for testing gain guns, all that crazy stuff. I want to send one to him to see if the theory that he says about the range gain is actually true. It's not. All right, PSP paints. We did the paints. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. I want the black. We got the black in here. Oh yeah, goody gumdrops. We got the black. The black is in here, so that's good. All right, and I guess that's the only one I want. That's it. You got the black in here. It's available. But we're gonna need two of these because I gotta send one of these to my buddy. I got a buddy over that I'm sending this to. He's gonna test this range gain theory. He started laughing. He could not stop laughing. Like, is he really serious about this? I said, yeah, he's actually serious. It's the same paint. The same paint. But if you paint it a different way, it changes the gain. If you paint it this way, it's this. That's bullcrap. He's gonna test that theory for you. Let's see what we got going on this description for this product. 32 ounces, 120 inch. Okay, so Gucci right there. Where's that range gain? Here we go. Range gain, approximately range gain. Has two gains on the screen. Can it vary slightly based upon application technique? Yeah, we want to test that one. And this is the video right here. You know what's funny about this? This video actually goes to the original video. I wonder if it does, if he did go change it out, or if it's still the same original video. There should be two videos down here. Because if you're showing a range gain, there should be two videos. But nope. Yeah, it's the same video. Basically, it's the same video showing you how to paint the screen in. That's it. It doesn't mention anything about range gain in this video at all, period. This was a long demonstration. But he doesn't mention anything. So what he did was he put a link in and he redirected you back to the original video that he posted showing you how to paint the screen, but mentioned nothing about range gain. I told you, scam people scam. So he can't back up that theory already because there's no other videos here. No, there's none at all. But my buddy will do that work for you. Whew, man, range gain. Ah, yeah, right. Let me see something for a minute. Oh, no. We got to pick up a gray. Does he have a gray in here? I'm going to put his product against Crow's. What we got? Hold on. We got a gray one in here? We got a gray. Let's see. This is the dark gray. Oh, we already seen what happened to this one. This one actually didn't come up. Solid Wake 5 did the demonstration on this one. Didn't even come with the right color at all, period. So we know that's a no-no. What do we got here? We got dark gray. Dark gray here. Well, wait a minute. You got, this doesn't make any sense. Come on, people. Stop with this freaking circus ride. You got dark gray. You're doing the same thing Crow's doing. Crow has all the same colors. Gunmetal. He don't know any other colors. You can't have dark gray here and then turn around and have dark gray here. You see this freaking circus ride right here, people? You got dark gray here, and then you turn around and you got dark gray here. So, okay. That's like Peter Pecker picked up Pecker. It is. So let's go break someone's mind real quick. What is the freaking dark gray and dark gray? What's the difference between that dark gray and that dark gray? Because they're both dark gray. I got a demonstration to make tomorrow at the circus ride of websites of Partey and Jamie. You guys are the freaking circus of freaking screen paints. You literally have two colors on there of dark gray and dark gray. They're both the same thing. Literally, they're both the same thing. Are we duplicating paints now to try to make our product look? Oh, look at this. Look. See? Same thing. Same thing. Oh, this is funny. Look, Sun Killer. Yeah. This was supposed to launch in November. Let's see. Sugar Plum Fairy. Mind, I'm going to be buying all this stuff to put against our original screen. So if you claim you got this, when I put this against the screen, which is going to be even more embarrassing for you. And this is supposed to be the roll. This is coming up in 2024. So you know why they're doing that? Because they're trying to say, well, we can compete with you. Well, show us something, because the product that we have over here that's part of the roll-up screen, that technology exists. We have it right there on the floor. We showed it in the demonstration. The FLE Sun Killer technology, we showed it a screen eating sunlight. So our demonstrations are here. You guys got no demonstrations on anything you're claiming to have. All right, moving on. Anyway, what do we got here? This is supposed to be, this is gray, mid-gray. This would work against Crow's product. How come they never test their paint side by side? Do you ever notice that? I wonder if they're both the same. So this one is a PSP. This is supposed to be out October the 23rd. So October the 23rd, we'll see if it's in there. This is another one. Let me see. Oh, we got to get a freaking charge for his phone. Let me see. So if you claim you got this product in 2024, I can't wait to see it, because I'm going to stick against the screen. That means you made a challenge attempt, and it means I'm going to accept your challenge now. So let me see right here. This is October the 23rd, right? I'm expecting to see this shopping cart open on October the 23rd. And this one too, because we need both of these. Actually, the mid gray or the light gray. And I'm going to test that range gain too, by the way. Does this have a range gain on it? I'm curious. Anything on there? Especially nothing on there? Nope. Just this, that's all. Oh. Dark gray. This is the stuff that can't even change the colors. The colors weren't correct. This has a range gain on it? Yes, it does. Oh, wait. Approximate gain, 8. He removed it. Approximate 0.8. Well, we'll see. I'm getting a gain gun. I got to get one anyway because I have to hit one of our screens because they want it to be tested on a gain gun. So I'm picking one up. I'll hit your screen with that bad boy. Let me see. See, he removed it, and I'll tell you why he removed it. See right here? It used to be right there where the dash used to be at. Approximate gain. He put down 0.8. So it can vary slightly based upon, that looks pretty bad, right? So basically he removed that particular number out of there, but he said the gain may or may not. Now it looks like the gain may or may not be able to happen because it says approximate gain and it says 0.80 can vary slightly. What do you mean it can vary slightly? Based upon application technique. So if you're saying approximately, that's what you're saying what I'm going to get. But if you're saying it may slightly, basically slightly, depending on the application. So if I paint the screen wrong, that means I'm not going to get a 0.80. Am I? The reason why it looks like that because he removed one of the numbers that was supposed to be there and put that instead. Because I sat there and said, no one's going to buy that because, again, you can't prove that theory. Then he said the black screen paint's not ultra short though. How's that going to freaking work for us? We're ultra short though compatible. How would that even work for us? Does it say that? Hold on a minute. I read through all this stuff because, again, when certain screens that we certifies, they have certain requirements that they won't let you do. So we have to follow those guidelines. If you look at the Cinema Gray can be used as a minimum projector of 2,000 lumens. It says right on the back of it. When you're dealing with DMP Supernova, any one of those screens, they request that you can't use them with ultra short throw, can't use them with short throw projectors. It can be long throw projectors only. When we got the Elite screens, the CRT, ceiling light projection, I had all that stuff. Did that testing. They require to be on ultra short throws only. Can't put them on long throws. Screens will have issues. So you have to read what these requirements are. He has a black screen paint, but it can't be used on ultra short throws, which means we can't include it in any of the ultra short throw demonstrations because their stuff is compatible with it. His product is not. And that already right there puts a strike against you. Because in the majority of places I worked on site, we had to have ultra short throws. They're a requirement. You can't have a projector stretching halfway across the room, because especially if it's a crowded area, you got people walking back and forth, their heads are going to be popping up all over the screen. So they require to have an ultra short throw there. If you're working in schools or any kind of place we're going to have kids and stuff, kids will mess with everything. So they've requested in that area ultra short throws only because they didn't want the kids messing with the projectors, knocking them over, any of that nonsense. They wanted ultra short throws, something close to the screen and out of the way. So your product already from the door, because it's not ultra short throw compatible, it's completely a handicap for your screen. Now this one was designed for ultra short throw, right here. The gray one is, of course. But the gray product, again, is no good because, again, if it's gray, it can't see contrast or color. It's going to wash out. And it also runs the risk of matching one of the tones. We're going to have 3 of the tones there in the shop. So we're going to put this against one of the tones. So we got to wait for October the 23rd for these to launch. So we're not going to get them on October the 23rd because he'll know it's us. We'll wait. We'll wait like probably in November, December. We'll grab it. then that way he won't know it's us. Because if we do, he'll cancel the orders or, stuff like that. That's what he do. Jamie was so paranoid one time. We ordered an unboxing for his Metallica Mix 2.0. We had his product down here. A customer ordered it. Customer wanted to order again the second time around, and Jamie went to look through. Imagine how paranoid you got to be to look through your orders so you could find that person so you can cancel the order. You know how bad that looks for a person at the end of the day? That shows you stuff don't work. Let me see. So we're going to wait until around November, December to grip these. Let them relax. We got the holidays coming up. He won't be thinking about it. We'll go grab it then. We'll have it. We're getting this product. That's going to happen. Now, what you could do, you could shut your website down, because usually that's what you do when you find out that we're looking for your stuff. We'll see. See if you can keep that website open until the end of the year. Because at the end of the year, before the end of the year of 2024, I will have your products. So you know that, Danny boy. All right, let me see. I want to look at this black right here. This is what we got our eyes on. So let's see what we got here for ultra short throw. This has that range gain nonsense, so that's going to be tested too. So it says right here, not recommended for ultra short throw projectors. So how are you going to compete with the black technology? Our technology over here is ultra short throw. How are you going to compete? How is the stuff the same as mine? What problems are you having you can't run? You know what? I'm going to run your stuff on an ultra short throw. I'm curious. I got to know why. A screen paint really shouldn't have problems with ultra short throws. You know what has a problem with an ultra short throw? Gunmetal screens, certified gunmetal screens with a reflective surface. That reflective film that they have on the screen, that plagues an ultra short throw. Not saying all of them, but some of them do have, they plague it. So when you turn the screen to the side, the screen goes dark. It's called a narrow viewing cone effect. That's what triggers it off. When you have the screen where it's dark around the edges, that's why when they would take a projector, they would have to line it just right with the screen, because if it was off by a little bit, you would get these dark edges around the screen. They don't explain this stuff to you, do they? You know why? Because they don't test certify. That's why they don't know about it. Doing a certifies, you know this. So a screen paint shouldn't have this problem at all, because it doesn't have that reflective surface intact. So the fact that he can't get that black paint to run on an ultra short throw leaves a lot of questions. Why? So now I got to find out. I got plenty of ultra short throws. We'll pick one up from out of the storage or out of here, and we're going to put his product and see why it doesn't work with an ultra short throw. I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I'm going to do a black versus black on this stuff. You better not match black paint. This is not going to go well for you. And if that black paint pulls up a better image on an ultra short throw over yours, you got problems. See? Now you see how my mind clicks? This is why you have to test your stuff. You know how embarrassing this will be when we stick his paint on an ultra short throw projector and a black house paint picks up better than his product? Or they both do the same? That's not going to go well. That's the reason why we do black on black versus ultra short throws. We have all those tests. Oh, that's a good one, too. That's a really good one. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. We've done those already. We've done them outside and inside. But he hasn't done that test yet. Have you seen that test? Has anyone seen that test of Partey taking his project, showing us why it doesn't work? Because again, anything will run on an ultra short throw that's acrylic paint. Anything. There's something in it that's triggering that projector. It could be an oil. It could be a Vaseline. It could be something oil-based. It could be giving off too much reflection. Maybe it's hot spotting. Because remind you, this is a projector that's sitting right up on top of the screen. That's 3,000 lumens at around a foot from your screen. That's a lot of light bouncing off your screen. So if you have any oils or anything in there, that's going to cause a tremendous amount of hot spotting. What triggers that? Now I got to know. Now you piqued my interest. You got my, I want this product down here. Buddy boy, you better not shut this website down, man. If you shut this website down, if you make this unavailable, because they'll do it because I'm excited. I want to do this. But it makes you look bad. You better not shut this site down. You better not shut it down. It better stay intact until we get our stuff. Recommended for 2,000 lumens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know why I'm excited, right? We can get black paint. Black paint will generate at 1,000 lumens. Everyday black paint can generate at 1,000 lumens. The difference between our product and black paint at 1,000 lumens, our screen generates a much higher white level, better color than 1,000 lumens on black paint versus our stuff. But you mean to tell me if I get that black paint to do the exact same thing, it generates a level, it sees something, black paint sees something, it just comes up dark next to our stuff. But if I get this stuff over here, oh, I can't wait to do the black versus black test. You hear I'm giddy, I'm over here, I'm excited. I'm gonna do these tests, I'm gonna do all of them. I've been dying to do another black paint on a black level test. You have no idea how crazy this is gonna be. Anyway. I'm excited about this. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to get this product down here. Man, I'm going to put it for a black versus black test, a real one. If that black paint, period, picks up on 1,000 lumen projector better than his screen paint and his minimum is 2,000, his stuff is gone. Is wrecked, destroyed. If it picks up on an ultra short though, and his picks up in the hot spots like crazy, we'll know it's oil in it. We can tell because the projector will tell us. Yeah, we're gonna put this through the test, man. Gonna put this through the test. I'm gonna test your stuff, man. I'm gonna test your stuff. I'm gonna put you through black versus black. You haven't done this test yet. I'll put you through the test. I'm going to put you through freaking fabrics and films, everything we had to put our stuff through, everything. I can't wait for this. Your white level test, I'm going to put you through a serious white level test. 16 feet back, fully lit environment, white surface against your product. Oh, don't fail that one. That's a doozy. Oh, man. I've been dying to get my hands on this one right here. Okie dokie, people. We can't basically say when. We don't want to spook him. We spook him, what's going to happen is, it's funny, I do updates on my stuff all the time, and this is what they lead to all the time when I do updates. I know they lead to this craziness, but I like it when people make products that don't work. But anyway, we don't want to spook him, because I spooked him a couple of times, and he closed the site, and we couldn't get the product. So we make sure we get our hands on this product. Danny, I'm going to explain something to you. Now, I could be using some strategy here. You don't know this. I could be talking super hyped up because I do want to get your product down. I am going to do these tests. They're going to happen. And this, in your mind, you could be thinking, well, I'm going to do him dirty. I'm going to shut my site down so he can't get nothing. Good, because you make me happy either way, because that shows you're afraid. So if you shut that site down, if that shopping cart goes missing, anything goes missing off that page, that will clearly tell me at the end of the day that you are afraid and your product doesn't work and it's fake. So don't do that. But if you leave it on there and we get our hands on it, and we will, I'm going to put you through a black versus black test and a white level test. We're going to really test your stuff out. The fact that you're saying that you can't run an ultra short throw is a ton of red flags. I've developed enough black paint, and I know at the end of the day that if you can't get an ultra short throw to run off a black screen, there's something in it that's triggering the ultra short throw. You don't have a reflective surface like a certified screen, so that means there's something in there, like some kind of oil base that's in there that may be causing the projector to hotspot. And that's what I have to find out. Giddy as a schoolgirl with the new dress. Giddy as a schoolgirl with the new dress. And that's a whole lot of giddy. A whole lot of giddy. This stuff is going through the test. Let's see what black paint we want to get. They got the, let's see. I want to get something cheap. Something very, very cheap. Let me get something cheap. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put your black paint through the test. When we get your gray paint over here, we're going to put you against Crow's products, because I'm curious the difference between your product and Crow's. That's what I'm going to see that right there. We're definitely going to put you against house paint. You're definitely going against house paint. I'm curious how many of the tones you can match. Jamie, we know you're matching stuff out of the door. I know the hybrid mix. I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it right now. Unless he tries to change the color of it, because he'll get scared and change the color. Jamie does that. he'll get scared and try to change color. This is my new hybrid darker mix. Go ahead and change it. We can get dark. Any color you got, we can match it with a paint. We go to Home Depot, we can match it. So let's see if there's a difference in that product, if it's not everyday, just house paint. So he's right now thinking, and he's probably in the channel right now, thinking of a way to get around this nightmare he got himself into. If you change that mix to a darker mix, it's still not going to work. We still can take our screen paint and crush your product. That's a solid black screen paint over there. It'll crush any gray or any gunmetals, not a problem. So you're still going to lose it. So what are you going to do? Change color at the last minute? You can't do that because we're not buying it. Somebody else will be purchasing it, so you won't know who it is. Scared because the hybrid mix looks just like the Cinemax? So you might have to change all your products to dark to avoid the tones. But then again, it's not going to help you either. Let's see how much they change, knowing what we're going to be doing pretty soon. You know, all this wraps around that dark technology we have in the can. Do 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 do. All right, let me get out of here. What we got on here is just click, 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 click. Paint something, whatever. Paint over on counter. Oh yeah, this stuff he says this product is now over the counter. I'm not listening to this crap. He literally says in the video that his product is not over the counter, but they want the Home Depot to pick up a pigment for the paint to put in it. Let me tell you something. They don't sell that at Home Depot. That stuff they pour in there, they don't sell that. That's their stuff for them only. They don't do that at all. But you said it's no over-the-counter products, but you want to Sherwin-Williams to pick it up. Wouldn't that make that over-the-counter? Yeah, it would. It would make it over-the-counter. Partey, that's over-the-counter. I'm not looking at this mess. All right, I got my list of what I want. So from him, I want that gray. It's going to come out on October the 23rd. And he has that black paint, which I can't wait, because I swear, if his screen has an issue picking up on an ultra short throw, black paint doesn't have that issue. It will pick up. It will pick up on any of the projectors that we have in here. The difference is when we put it against our screens can turn black paint into what it is. Black paint, that's it. Our images pull up higher white levels and better colors. But if his product basically is struggling with an ultra short throw, that black paint's not going to struggle with it. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's what's going to happen. So what is in that product that causes an ultra short throw not to read? Because ultra short throws can read on anything, except for the certifieds that have the reflective surface, but they have a special screen for that. And he can't say at the end of the day, because ultra short throws don't work on dark screens. You got gunmetal screens out there that look almost like they're black screens, and we make freaking black screens that pick up on ultra short throws. Look at an Ultimate GT 5500 outside at 140 inches. It picked up outside with no problem on our black technology. What's your excuse? Yeah, that's a major red flag. Any screen paint that has a problem picking up on a projector, there's a problem right there. There's something wrong. And ultra short throw is the most easiest projector you could possibly use because, again, there's no distance throw. Your projector's sitting right up on top of the screen, so you're getting the most out of your 3,000 lumens. All right, people, I got to go. Thank you for your time. Yeah, it always happens, so you know that. Anybody watching this video later on tell me, wait a minute, he's talking about this one to that. Yeah, I do that in I'm done updating my site. We're done. We're finished. But now with the excitement, knowing that, testing this new technology we have with the certified and with these carnival paints, and I'm just calling them carnival paints. That's it. These carnival paints at the end of the day, 2 carnival paints, not all of them. And knowing that these products are available, we're going to get to buy them. I have never seen Danny's products versus Crow's product or Jamie's product. Have anyone ever seen these side by sides? I haven't. I want to check that out. How much of that stuff is going to match house paint? I want to check that out and see how that works. And especially with that black paint that can't read on an ultra short throw. Why can't it read on an ultra short throw? Regular black house paint can read on an ultra short throw. We're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of it all. We're going to find out. Let's do some digging. Oh, I should get me a YouTube channel called Projector Digging. That's really a good name too. So we can just dig through some of this stuff. And until then, while we're testing you guys stuff out, which we know it ain't going to work, I'm gonna have to put some really hard tests against my products because I need a challenge at the end of the day for the new stuff. So this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna have the new product come out. We're going to basically go side by side with one of the top certified gunmetal screens on the market. And then as for the circuits paints, we're going to crush your products completely. And then after that, I'm going to market my product. In 2024, I will make the decision whether or not that new technology we got sitting in the can that you've seen go completely boss mode, it's going to be available on our website anymore. And we're going to decide to let the distributor take over the business. With that being said, hope you enjoyed. Gotta go, and God bless. We crush all the time. What do we do?